Bruno is the character that was inflicted upon me. All right.
Are we going to hear the story?
All right, I guess I'll tell you the fucking story. All right. So
you got to grade it on a curve. I mean, 21st century movies comedy sucks, so I'm thinking that's
yeah. Well, I just don't like that kind of sense of humor.
I don't either.
And
okay.
Don't care for it. But let me tell you what happened. Since you brought it up,
okay.
The Sacha Baron Cohen jerk off that is doing this bizarre fucked up humor with his Borat movie, and then he was shooting another one apparently. So I get a call at the gym, and this has been
that was a while.
That was 2012
years ago, probably.
It might have been. It was it's probably 08.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Probably 08 when I got this call. I got a call from a producer and said that, and the shtick was that they were going through the South, the southern United States, talking to people about cultural issues and things, and they wondered if I would talk to them about exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, yeah, I don't mind. What's the situation? And well, we're driving around in the South, and we wanted to stop by, and they gave me a date and a time. We think we'll be in town about this time. We'd stop by and video your interaction with the guy that's doing the story on this thing. And they made it out like it was going to be like a news interview or something like this.
Right.
And I said, well, okay, you can stop on by. And now she said, now let me get some little background on you. And how long you been doing this? And they obviously read the first edition of the book and or heard about it. And that's how they selected me because they thought I was going to be a macho Southern United States asshole, that would be embarrassed by a sophisticated, debonair European homosexual. And I and then the fucking girl actually asked me, now, have you, what kind of entertainment are you into? I said,
What kind of what? Entertainment?
Entertainment.
Okay.
Have you seen Borat? She actually asked me that.
Oh, really? No shit.
And I said, no, I haven't seen Borat. She said, oh, okay. So like modern comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I said, no, I don't go to the movies a lot.
I wondered how they did that because if you know what
that's
Borat
is. That's
is.
how, because I didn't know. I hadn't seen it.
Right.
And I didn't know. And that's how they select you.
Sure.
Because you don't know the gag.
Right.
Yeah, I see.
So so they showed up at the gym, and it's like, it's like Friday night, about 6 o'clock. It's summer. I remember it was, light till about 8. So it's summer. They pull up in a bus, and a big production bus, and a couple other cars, and they came in and said hello and everything, and I talked to the girl in the office a little while. She said, well, we're going to spend some time setting up in here. And I mean, they took 2 hours to set this thing up.
Damn.
They set up lights, and they had...
Is that when you started thinking things were weird, when you saw this production, or was it...
I mean, it was a bunch of steady
like
cam
shit,
stuff,
right.
and movie shit. Right. Expensive $100,000 shit,
right.
And they're walking around and taking light readings all over the gym. Somehow we don't seem to need to do that. And we make video as good as Bruno.
With better content.
Yeah. And so the thing progresses, and I'm going, what in the hell is going on here? Because it's like 2 hours later.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got there about 6. So And he said he'll be in just a few minutes. And so they had all the shit set up. And what I'm supposed to do is to train this guy. Right?
Right.
And so about 8 o'clock, this fucking guy walks in the door. Now, he's playing the role of
a German,
flaming homosexual.
Right, yeah.
A flaming German homosexual.
It's kind of risky, though, if they walk into a place like that and there's another member. Did they ask other people to leave? Or because if somebody walks in and recognizes him.
There wasn't anybody there.
Yeah, if somebody walks in and recognizes him, there's a problem, right?
Yeah. And I think there were 2 or 3 other people there.
Yeah.
And but they're in the middle of they're in the middle of shooting, and most people are not going to break into the middle of shooting and say, "Ripito, that's Sacha Baron Cohen.
He's fucking with you.
He's fucking with you." And so, but so anyway, the guy walks in the door. He kind of floats in the door, and he is wearing a silky gray singlet. And you can clearly see his tiny little dick through the material. About like that. I'll never forget it.
So he walked in with the singlet.
He walked in the singlet.
Okay.
And he starts talking to me, and what he wants is, and I said, well, we're going to squat today. And he said, well, I was thinking about a hot stone massage. And some of the gag is he's trying to make me uncomfortable.
Of course, yeah.
By being a flaming gay man,
right?
All right, that's the gag.
Yep.
All right. So no, we don't do that kind of thing here. So come over this way, and I want you to squat for me. We're gonna. So I'm trying to show him how to squat. He's just not cooperating and everything, and so I finally get tired of that shit, and I took him over to the. At that point, I had the rowing machines out on the main floor, so I had him row a little bit, and he's talking to me and all this other bullshit, and I can't really remember a bunch of it.
Did you think he was just being a pain in the ass, or did you think they were fucking with you at that point?
No, at that point, I realized they were fucking with me.
Once all this stuff had.
Yes. At that point, I figured it out.
But
it didn't take me but a couple of minutes
of course.
to figure this out. So I'm just playing along with it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
And, so it goes on and it goes on, and I finally said, in fact, I said this out loud. I said, I've got books to sell, and, I don't need this fucking bullshit, on video. So let's just wrap this up and get this over with. And he said in German to his producer, he said, "Is there another coach that could train me?" And I said, because I understood what he said, I said, "Not in this gym."
Yeah.
So pick your shit up and get the fuck out of here. And so they just immediately took everything down and left.
And then they went down to Dallas the next day.
They went down to Dallas and found something for fucking
fucked with
schmo
Ron
down
Paul. Fucked with Ron Paul the next day.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah.